My name is Simon Cavell from Be Good, and my wife Carol and I started Be Good back in 2008.
And I'm Tony Shepherd, and I joined the Be Good team a couple of years ago to bring some skincare expertise alongside Simon's beekeeping skills.
I'd been a beekeeper at that point for 8 years, and at that point we were really just producing honey to sell at local markets and farmers' fairs and things like that. My wife looked at the amount of beeswax we were building up and said, you know, I can build products with this, because it's been known for hundreds, if not thousands of years, that British bee products such as honey, propolis and beeswax are really good for the skin. So she started digging out recipes and found some dating back to 1744. We then used those to create our first generation of skincare products, and they started doing really well. So these are the tools of my trade: my smoker and my hive tool. My hive tool is used for opening up the hive and being able to move things around inside, and this is my smoker. Bees are forest creatures, and like all forest creatures, they're afraid of fire. So the smoke from this alerts the bees. So when I smoke the inside of the hive, the bees are naturally alert and they start to think there might be a forest fire. So what they'll do is they'll immediately stop flying, they'll calm down, and they'll immediately go into the comb and start to feed up with honey. We apply the smoke fairly carefully, enough so that we can manipulate the bees and keep them quiet, but not enough that we actually upset them enough to leave. So one of our core ingredients is beeswax, and this is what beeswax looks like. So in the top of the hive here, these are frames, and in the frames are beeswax. We then simply melt down the beeswax into blocks like this. This is second filtered, so it's still got a few little bits and pieces in it, and we'll then filter it again and make it into little modules like this. Each one of these is 5 grams and is used to actually make our Be Good products. The second ingredient that's critical to what we do is, of course, honey. This is honey in its natural form inside honeycomb, and we simply filter it. We don't need to heat it at all, and we turn it into honey like that. The honey and beeswax are then combined to produce things like this. This is our award-winning vanilla and honey lip balm, and this contains lots of our British beeswax, a lot of our British honey too. And our third ingredient, the really magic ingredient, is propolis, and we think we're probably the only people commercially harvesting propolis in this country, along with our bee farming partners. This is a screen that we put on top of the hive. Now bees prefer a smooth surface, so they'll fill it up with something called propolis, which is actually tree resin that they collect, particularly from poplars and apple trees and things like that. We end up with a material like this. It's got about 300 active ingredients. It's extremely antiseptic, extremely antifungal, and very powerful as an antiviral treatment. It's been used for thousands of years for things like treating gum disorders and oral diseases. It's been used as wound treatment. They've even found it in Neolithic skulls, where it's been used to treat fillings when it's mixed with beeswax. So it's a very, very ancient, very old ingredient, and we're quite proud to be the only people in the country actually commercially harvesting this and then using it in our products.
So we take our honey, our beeswax and propolis and combine those with British wildflower seeds and botanicals, things like cranberry oil, echium and rapeseed, wonderful skin healers, skin moisturisers and hydrators. And our newest ingredient is raspberry seed oil, and we use raspberry seed oil in our new youth enhancing range. And the raspberry seed oil we take from the ribena plant, so from the juice that you all love to drink, using the discarded seeds and pouring them into our beautiful skincare.
So we built our business on bees, but bees aren't just important for Be Good, they're important for the food security of this country. When we ship products online, every order we ship a little packet of seeds. These are seed balls, and inside we've got bird's foot trefoil and red clover and other native British wildflowers, which are great for bees. So if you plant these, hopefully we'll get more bees, and if we get more bees, hopefully we'll get more Be Good products in the future. We're also putting our money where our mouth is and sponsoring the future of British beekeeping by sponsoring apprentices. These are young bee farmers coming into the industry for the first time, and we need 1,000 of them within the next 10 years. And our first sponsored apprentice is Sebastian Lever, based in Offshoots in Burnley. He and his mentor David are breeding black British bees, which are our native bee, and they're ensuring the survival of the future of our British bees and hopefully the food security of this country.